Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the final and concluding portion of today's coverage of Action St. Luzon's special edition. But in Bossy Sani Lopez and I have with me, we have Penny Eights. Huh? You know, in Pampanga we cannot pronounce eights in our dialect. Of course, Bruce and Leaf here. You are all members of Alcoholics Anonymous, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. There's a notion that this AA is just for adults like you.
No, it's for anybody who is an alcoholic, and alcoholism is self-defined. I'm more familiar with San Francisco. That's where I got sober. And
at what age you got sober?
What's that?
At what age did you get sober again?
50 years old.
That's a lot of years drinking.
That's a lot of years drinking, and I got into AA at age 50 and did not think I was an alcoholic. But
still, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And as I said earlier, the reality was I drank alcohol.
But there's no age. Like you started at 14. Penny here started at 14, right?
Yeah.
Probably by 15,
I could have, yeah.
You could have already been an alcoholic, right?
Oh, yes, I think I was also from the very first.
Yeah.
But like Bruce, that I didn't think I had a problem, even when I did come in. It was only coming to AA and listening to other people's stories that now I can look back and think, oh, right from the start.
From the start, you were an alcoholic already.
I didn't drink like other people did.
So is this one thing that the AA does for, for some drinkers we have out there?
I often wonder if somebody had come to me and described, when I was 13 or 14, I remember going out drinking or going out at night, and I wanted to go out and have a few drinks, and I just wanted to hit that plateau where I would be the life of the party, not drunk, and I would end up drunk. And
Bruce Almighty, huh?
Yeah, I was Bruce Almighty. But so many times I would end up drunk, and how did that happen? I only intended on having a couple of drinks. And if somebody could have come to me and said, an alcoholic is somebody who, if they take a drink, it sets up a craving and they want more. And watch your drinking. Does that happen to you?
Well, you want more and more.
Yeah.
Is that a sign already? A symptom?
Oh yeah. To me, that is one of the alcohol. If when I take a drink, I want more. And by more, there's just not enough. Most people will stop. I don't want any more. I have one Coca-Cola. I don't want any more.
Yeah.
But you put some liquor in it, I'll have 10, 15 Coca-Colas and
non-stop, huh?
And until
anything
I
you
pass
put
out.
on the table, you'll take care of.
I drink.
It happened to you.
That's true. Yes. When I couldn't get my vodka, I'd drink anything.
Yeah.
And also to you.
Also, yeah. I remember one time I tried to stop. I thought if I just don't have it in the house, because I wanted to just have a couple of drinks, so I thought I'll just buy a little bottle of wine, and that's all there is, so there won't be any problem. The pubs will be shut, and I can just have this. Anyway, that was the night I tried methylated spirits, because I had set off the craving for more, and I had to have some more. And that was only once that happened like that, but I just never knew when it was going to hit me. It was like playing Russian roulette. One or two times I would be fine. I could just have a couple, but then a time like that would come when I had to have more. Yeah.
After I had a drink, I could stop from time to time. But once I had a drink, I never stopped because I said, oh, I've had enough. Or I never stopped because I said, I'm beginning to feel the effects of it. I stopped because I had some other engagement that I had to keep. I wanted to keep on drinking once I took a drink.
You were on a roll, huh?
And if, there are people that are 13, 14, 15 years old coming to AA who recognize that trait within themselves and recognize that they are drinking alcoholically.
So part of what we do now, we're on TV. We're going to be on TV to let everybody know. If you feel that you're doing this, probably you are a candidate, huh?
Yes.
Or probably you are already in.
They may already be in. The book Alcoholics Anonymous says that if you are having trouble, if you think you're not an alcoholic or questioning it, try some controlled drinking and see what happens. And if they end up like me, I get drunk all the time and can't figure out why, then they may want to consider coming to Alcoholics Anonymous.
And all you three guys, you're lucky because you're alive, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You could have been debilitated. If you
They
didn't-
told me I went into a grand mal seizure. Of course, I wasn't around to experience it. I was out there somewhere.
And I was feeling, having feelings of wanting to commit suicide
Okay.
a lot.
There's desperation.
Yeah, it was really nail-biting stuff. It was, and I was really quite frightened because I think that that's such an awful, cruel thing to do to your family, and it had always had that value, you know.
Yes.
That's a cruel
Not only
thing.
to you, right?
Yeah.
Not only to your person, but to those who love.
Yes, and for me, having that feeling like I was losing control of whether I would do it or not, really was that took me to AA. And
Was that you or somebody told you, or
no, it was
that the opening that you
Yeah.
were
yeah, it was.
waiting for?
I can remember I sat on my back deck area and I cried out over the backyard. All right then, I surrender, because I just couldn't go
Yes.
on anymore. And I think that was my opening.
If you didn't stop, what could have been? What would have been?
I don't know. I just every option was closing off to me. I don't know what I would have
And
done.
all the options are negative, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that was the only reason that I gave AA a go, because I thought my life was over anyway. And I had no idea that there was
And
this whole happy life
Yes.
to have.
There's more to alcohol.
Yeah, that life. I hear this in AA a lot. I wouldn't give up my worst. I wouldn't give my worst day now sober is infinitely better than my best day when I was drinking.
And how many years are you sober now?
7.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I just had my 7th birthday.
Right, okay.
But it's just today.
It's just today, right?
Just today. Tomorrow I might have one, not
Yes.
today.
So you never take
Never.
that away from...
It's a nice personal thing. It's nice, but it means nothing because what I did yesterday won't help me today. I have to do it today.
So you live on a daily basis.
Yes.
So, Leaf, all this,
One day at a time.
one day at a time, huh?
Yes.
You can't, no long-term plans.
No, I did that when I kept going back to drinking.
Long-term.
I thought about, I'll stay sober till I'm 80 or 90. No problem. Well, there was a problem. And 2 ways I know of to be an alcoholic, and that's, of course, a doctor's diagnosis and self-acceptance.
Okay. That's
I-
always a part of it.
I had a lot of support from the doctors.
But not from yourself, huh?
No, when I finally accepted it, then I started staying sober one day at a time.
One day at a time. And how many years has that been one day at a
8
time?
years,
8 years.
just last month, yes.
Happy anniversary, huh?
Thank you.
And attorney, Bruce here.
First of all, you mentioned about if you feel death would have been inevitable if I'd kept on drinking, and that I think everybody who's in AA feels that AA has saved their life, and it I thought the worst possible thing that could happen to me was if I stopped drinking. I mean, I gave up. I'd have to give up this thing that was so important to me. And what I've found is that AA is not only, it is obviously about not drinking. You got to not drink one day at a time to open up what AA really has to offer. And that is a whole wonderful, wonderful life where you're laughing, you're happy, and you lead a productive life. That's what AA is about. I have
another chance. AA, another chance it gives
and,
you, huh?
and you're around upbeat people. I hate to admit this, but for me now, the only thing about getting another year's sobriety is that I get another year older, and I've been sober for 28 years. And I find each year my life gets better, and I enjoy life.
You're feeling
much
better,
more, feeling
physically
better,
and emotionally and everything. Right?
Everything, yes,
everything.
Yeah.
Okay, but once you accept the fact that you enter AA. Will there be some doctors with you? Will there be medication that will be part of the rehabilitation, if you can call it that way?
Some people need medication because they may have other problems, mental problems, but AA, there's no medication with AA. It is all me, and the AA program is not about medication. It is about...
Is it a difficult program?
It is not difficult. The problem is that everybody that comes into AA is very undisciplined. We've run our lives into the ground, and it is hard to follow anything for any period of time. That's the only difficulty, is to try to do something consistently. It's not difficult. It's very, very simple. But we don't want to follow direction. I mean, as an alcoholic, we don't want
no directions. Huh?
That's why we have suggestions.
You're going nowhere. You have no direction.
Right. That's right.
That's why we have suggestions, not commands or orders.
Suggestions.
Yes.
Suggestions.
And acceptance.
That's right. Up to the individual.
The format of an AA, where somebody gets up and talks like we're doing here, and I would encourage anybody who's interested to come to the conference, but really the format of AA...
So you're inviting them for the next few days?
For this weekend.
Yes.
The basic format of AA meetings, when somebody gets up and tells their story, and they tell what it was like when they were drinking, what happened to bring them to AA, and what life is like now. But they talk in... this is what I did, this is what I experienced, rather than saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. And all my life, people...
It's all about you at the outset, huh?
Yes.
Telling them of your experience.
And rather than telling them what they should do.
And what not to do.
Yeah.
No commands.
Yeah.
Huh?
And I learned I can identify with
That's what you were
people.
saying, right?
Yeah, and that's been, sorry.
Any language you said that they were talking about the problem of being an alcoholic is something that you understood because you've been there, you've done that, you know?
Yeah.
That's AA.
Yes, and I'm attracted to a person who's telling me the truth. You know, I can see the truth in what they say.
Because you yourself, when you started, you cannot do that, right?
I couldn't speak at all. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and I didn't
and
have
you cannot
to.
accept that you have a problem, right? Like most everybody here are one in that, right?
Yeah.
I've gone to the Philippine National Convention here, excuse me, for the last 3 or 4 years, and the one thing that, and I've listened to the speakers there, and they're telling that I can identify with them totally.
It's your story, yeah?
Yeah, the alcoholic is the same the world over.
Yeah.
So we have to invite them for this weekend.
Yes.
Where will this be?
This will be at the Maharaja
Hotel?
Yeah, hotel. Yeah, on.
Well, of course, we're going to have it on Friday, October 12th, 13 and 14, right?
Yes.
During the fiesta.
Yes.
So we expect all nationalities to be there, Filipinos, Americans, Australians. Okay. So again, thank you very much for being here, for sharing your story.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you for having us. My pleasure.
Probably I'm going to have you again next year. Huh?
I hope I'll be around.
Of course you will be. Of course you will be. And Penny here. Thank you very much. Huh?
Thanks, Sonny.
Thank you.
At sana po matuto tayo sa mga nabanggit ho nila. Kung minsan meron tayong problema, hindi ho natin tinatanggap na meron problema. Pero yung problema ay nandiyan na ho sa kalooban natin. Kaya aminin po natin sa sarili natin. Yun daw po ang unang kagamutan sa pagiging manginginom o pagka-addict po sa alcohol. Yung tanggapin mo sa iyong sarili kahit maliit na opening lang na merong problema. At diyan magsisimula ang ating pong paghahanap ng solusyon sa problema. Where's AA here in Angeles?
We have meetings at the Blue Boar Inn and meetings at the VFW. They can find a list of meetings if they Google AA Angeles or AA Philippines. And,
Okay. It's there.
it's there, yes.
But no drinking, huh?
No drinking.
Okay.
And we have,
Today.
there's meetings every day in Angeles.
Every day, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So, even if we don't have time, it really is very important that you have to be with people, huh?
Yes,
A support system.
Definitely.
yes.
Ayun ho, mga kaibigan, meron hong suporta, meron hong tutulong sa atin. Araw-araw ho yan. Para ho makalimutan natin at mabigyan ho natin ng solusyon ang ating pong problema sa pag-iinom. Maraming salamat po. Ito po inyong lingkod, Sonny Lopez, sa inyong programang Aksyon St. Luzon Special Edition. And you have a sober day now.